My name is Margaret Collins. I'm 59 years old, a widow, and I live in a quiet corner of Oregon. I've worked as an office manager at a law firm for nearly 20 years, raised 2 kids, and spent most of my life making sure they never had to struggle the way I did. Last Tuesday, my daughter sent me an email that changed everything. No subject line, just Mom. She wrote that she and her fiancé, Andrew, had finalized their guest list for the wedding in Napa. After much thought, they decided it would be best if I watched the ceremony via livestream. She added a little LOL at the end, as if that made it lighter. I didn't cry. I didn't even shake. I just stared at that screen and felt something in me go still. Then I replied with 4 words. Sure. Enjoy your big day. No anger, no guilt trip, just silence. And silence can echo louder than anything else. That was the day I stopped pretending my sacrifices meant something. I'd given Emily and her brother Luke every piece of myself. Worked double shifts after my husband died, paid for college, covered deposits, co-signed loans, canceled my own vacation so theirs could happen. Every time they needed help, I showed up. But when I needed the smallest thing, respect, I was told to sit at home and watch on a screen. So after work, I went to the bank. I canceled a $50,000 wire transfer, the next payment I was supposed to send for the wedding. I'd already given $30,000. That was enough. By the time I got home, there were messages from both of them. Mom, please don't do this. You're ruining everything. That night, Luke showed up at my door. He said Emily was freaking out and that I was being difficult. When I told him I canceled the payment, he looked at me like I'd committed a crime. They're counting on that money, he said. I looked him in the eye and said, then maybe they should have counted on me as family first. He called me selfish, so I told him to leave. For the first time in my life, I didn't feel guilty. I felt free. The next morning, Emily's tone shifted from angry to desperate. The venue says the payment didn't go through. We'll lose everything if we don't pay by tomorrow. Andrew's parents are furious. Please don't do this, I didn't respond. Because it was never about me being there. It was about my money being there. At lunch that day, my boss, Robert, invited me to eat with him. Over pasta, I told him everything. When I finished, he just said, sometimes the hardest part of love is setting boundaries. That single sentence lifted something off me. That evening, I found someone sitting on my porch, Sophia, my daughter's childhood best friend. She looked nervous. Mrs. Collins, she said softly, Emily's a mess. They lost the venue. The florist dropped out. She knows she messed up. Is there anything she can say to change your mind? I thought for a long moment before answering. No, I said. Because people who love you don't wait until you stop giving to start seeing you. Sophia nodded. She understood, even if Emily didn't. She hugged me and left, and I closed the door, on her, and on a version of myself I'd outgrown. Emily's wedding ended up being a small backyard ceremony. I wasn't invited, and for the first time, I didn't need to be. A few weeks later, she sent one last email, half apology, half excuse. I read it once, then archived it. I wasn't angry anymore, just done. Now my mornings are quiet. I read, I go to work, I joined a pottery class, I spend time with people who see me, not what I can give them. Sometimes the strongest kind of love is the one you finally give to yourself.